Okay. So, I'd hate looking at the camera. I like wish I could be just talking to you. This is the story of when a customer, I feel like I'm sending this into the round table like headquarters. A customer pulled a knife on me at my job at round table. Oh, okay. This is so awkward. Okay. So it was a really busy Saturday night when I worked at Round Table Pizza. If you don't have it where you live, it's a pizza place. It's like really like, it's like fast food pizza, like Domino's kind of, but like the place that I worked at, the Round Table that I specifically worked at was really small and really shitty. And not a lot of people did their job properly, and it was really understaffed every weekend. And during the summer like months, I don't work there anymore, but like this was probably like a year ago. Yeah. I think like it's like even busier. I don't know why people want to eat pizza when it's hot outside. It's really hot food. It's really greasy and it makes you really gassy. And I don't know why people want to feel that way, you know, when it's really hot outside and you're already sweaty to begin with, but whatever. And people apparently really want their fucking pizza. So, this was around the time when we were hiring a lot of new staff in and out because, like I said, it was really understaffed. And we had just recently hired a new assistant manager, and I'm not going to say her name on camera because I don't want, if she sees this video, then she's gonna know I'm talking about her. But I'll just call her, we said Marge. And this woman was insane. Just to work with her to begin with was insane. She'd always tell the craziest fucking stories, and I couldn't tell if she was lying because, you know, she would tell other people the stories too, and we would always tell each other like what we would just basically, we would talk about her behind her back. We would talk shit about her because she was fucking insane. And there were always different like versions of the story, like from other people. Like one story with me, she would be a like she would be the antagonist in the story, and then telling it to someone else, she'd be the protagonist in the story. You know, she would just flip-flop whatever the fuck she was talking about. I don't even want to go into the way that she looked because it doesn't matter. But like she after she left the store, I can't remember who told me this. I don't know which employee told me this, but she said that me and the other manager had a really flat like ass, and like I'm not like, not to be like I don't like, you know, like however, like people are, you know, beautiful, but this woman's ass was literally inverted. Like it went into her. Like it didn't make sense that she would talk shit about like everyone. Yeah, like she was just so insane. She told me one time that she would always talk about how her husband had like mental disabilities, and she never like went into like detail about what they specifically were, probably because he didn't even like have it. I don't know. She was insane. But basically she told me one time that she stabbed him in the hand with a fork. And she told it to me like she was just proud of me. Look, my neck is getting so red and my face is so...
I can eat your face looks so
I know, but like on camera it's like my neck is so red. But anyway, this woman was insane, and working with her made everything so much harder because she was the assistant manager, so she had to deal with all the customer complaints, but she was such a shitty customer complainer. I don't know. Yeah, she was so bad with her customer service, was so bad. And she was like, she took pride in like working at like this other restaurant. She used to work at Popeyes, and she took pride in how she like said that she fucked like the entire staff, and that it was like a really like crazy place. Everyone was doing drugs there. People would do, she said some of the employees that she worked with did meth there.
Oh.
But like this woman was insane. And I know I'm getting off track, but just like you have to understand that this is the woman that I was working with. She was crazy. And she was apparently my boss, even though I took care of everything myself because she didn't want to do it. And when she would do it, it would suck. But anyway, so it was really, really, really busy this night. and like we only had like two delivery drivers, and I remember in the beginning of it I like went to deliver a pizza. Like I don't have a car, but we had a delivery car for the store, and I took that car to deliver a pizza because it was so busy. And I don't even deliver pizzas, I was just making them like in the kitchen, and I would ring customers up and answer phone calls. That's all I did, and like took care of customer complaints because I was a supervisor at this time. And basically this customer, like, so our wait time, our delivery like wait time at this point was like 2 hours because of how busy. There was a huge football game going on. I don't know like what team it was. I don't really fucking care. I just know that it was busy, and I always hated those nights at work. Like I dreaded going to work on the nights of big football games or baseball games or basketball games because I knew it was going to be so busy because so many people were going to be ordering pizzas to their house. And it was just a mess. Like I hated it because I'm a pretty good worker. Like, and I'm a very like, I take really like big pride in like in my like my job and stuff. So I would take care of it because I don't want to be working at a shitty establishment, even though this is what that place was. So I didn't take this guy's delivery. Like I didn't take his delivery. I don't know who took his delivery. It doesn't matter who took his delivery. But basically, we were telling customers that it was 2 hours, okay? Eventually, the deliveries were literally taking up to like 3.5 hours. Like it was getting so bad. But like, you know, because it was such a shitty establishment, we didn't think to call every customer. I think we called a few of them like that were getting super late at this point. But we probably missed a few because like it was just horrible. Like no common sense ever at this place. So eventually this guy calls and he's super pissed that his pizza is like super late, okay? And we get it. We're being nice to him. We're telling him it's on the way. We really did just send the delivery driver out. And this delivery driver was the crazy woman what would we say? Marge. It was Marge's cousin. Come to find out, this wasn't even her cousin. He gave me a ride to Target one time because that, like, I would take Uber home, or I do take Uber home, and like when you take Uber Pool, you have to walk to a certain like destination, and Target was like right across the street from where I worked, and he was leaving work, so he gave me a ride there. And the entire 3 minutes I was in the car with him, he was just talking shit about Marge and how much he hated her and how annoying she was and all the crazy shit she did. Also, I forgot to mention, the guy she was married to was having an affair with a woman. Marge was having an affair with a man who was also married, and I'm pretty sure that Marge's husband, the woman he was having an affair with, was married also, and God knows they're probably also having affairs, you know, their spouses. It was just such a mess. And Marge would always talk about how the man that she was like, you know, having this affair with, like how like fucking huge the wife was of him. And I'm like, she's like, oh, like he loves me because I'm so skinny, and I'm like, yeah, and I would just listen to her talk about this, and I'm just like, she was saying that the woman couldn't even like get out of bed or something because she was that large. And I was just like, why are you telling me this? Like, she would just talk, like she would take pride in this, that she was skinnier. She was the skinnier woman in the affair. Anyway, what was I saying?
Back to the man.
Oh yeah, the man. So, you know, we told him that we'd sent the delivery driver out. The delivery driver was Marge's cousin, like I said. Not even, like, no, it wasn't her cousin, because he told me that they weren't even cousins, that they're just friends. They've known each other for a while. I forgot to mention that when he gave me the ride to Target. Anyway, he leaves with the bag, with the pizza in the bag, to go take it to this man's house. And he also had a couple other deliveries in the bag too, so he's gone. And while he's gone, it's been a while, you know, we're still getting calls. And at this point, like, we were running out of dough. Like, it was that busy. And we were such a small, like, round table, like, pizza place that it didn't, like, we had to get dough from other stores. So when we ran out of dough, it was, like, done. Like, it was gone. And so, so, you know, we're there, and we're like thinking, oh my God, we're gonna have to close because, like, it's getting, like, we're really running out of dough. We're making the rest of the pizzas we can. We get a call. I answer the phone, and it's a customer, and he's so fucking mad. This man says, what the fuck? I'm so fucking pissed off. Like, you guys fucking suck. Like, you know, this man showed up to my house to deliver the pizza, and there was no pizza in the bag.
Interesting.
I know that's on us, but like, the delivery driver was so stupid to go to the house with it. Why would you not even check to see if the pizza was in there before you got out of the car? It was insane. It was ridiculous. It was so stupid. I didn't even know what to say. I was like, oh, you know, and so when I would answer the complaints, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm just sorry to hear that. But as I'm saying this, he doesn't give a fuck that I'm saying sorry. He's like, how hard is it to make a fucking pizza? All you do is you put sauce and cheese on a piece of dough and you put it in the oven and cook it till it's done. At this point, I was just so worn out from the night. I was so mad. And when he said this to me, I just stopped caring at this point. I'm like, okay, this place sucks. Okay, I can do whatever I'm gonna say whatever I want, because this one, it was a privately owned one. Like, it wasn't a part of like the main franchise. Like, I don't want to get in trouble with Round Table. But like, I was like, oh really? It's so hard to make a fucking pizza? Like, you don't think it's that hard? So then why don't you apply here? You like come down to the restaurant. And I hung up on him. There was probably more said in the phone call. You know, he called me a little bitch. I remember that. Yeah. Something stupid. He was just really upset. And at this point, I knew. I could sense that something was up. I could sense something was wrong. And I was like, fuck, I told him to come down to the restaurant. He sounded mad. He sounded really crazy. So I tell Marge, and she's like, okay, like, you know, let's just shut down anyway. So I lock the door because I'm scared that this man's going to come down to the restaurant. About 10 minutes later, I hear, like, rumbling on the door. Someone's trying to get in, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? I walk over to the door to see, like, who it is. I'm like, oh, someone's mad. It's him. It was him. He was so mad. This man was enraged. He looked like he was on steroids. And then he just did like 10 bumps of meth and was just on one, like snorted 20 lines of cocaine. He was mad. He was pissed. It was so scary. I was really scared. I really was scared. I was like, oh my God. And I'm standing there. He's like, let me in. I'm like, I'm not going to let you in. Like, sir, I'm not going to let you in. You're trying to get in. Like, you're scaring me. Like, the way you're approaching this is very like angry and very rageful, and I'm not going to take it. And he's like, you're a little bitch. You locked the door. Like, fuck you. This man was drunk, I'm assuming. He drove here, and I'm scared. I'm like, he's going to like try and break the glass down. So I'm like standing there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, I mean, I knew what's going on, but I'm like, what's like gonna happen to me? I was so scared. And I'm just standing there, like looking at him, like letting him get it out. You know, he's mad, he's yelling, he's pissed. And I'm like, just one moment, like, let me go to the back to like, to get the key to the door to unlock it so we can talk about this in a mature manner. And he's like, okay. So I go to the back of the restaurant, and I'm not getting the key. I'm calling the fucking police. I'm fucking terrified. So I you know, dial 911. I don't even think I dialed 911. I probably like looked up the local police like number. I don't know. So I call, and as I'm calling, I poke my head out, and I see that this man has a fucking pocket knife trying to undo the lock. And I'm fucking terrified. I'm being dramatic on the phone. I'm so scared. I was like, oh my God, he's pulling a knife, like, you know, he's trying to unlock the door. He was only using the knife, to be clear, to try and pick the lock. But who knows what he would have done if he got inside. Yeah. So I come out, and I'm like, I called the police, so if you want to keep going, you can, but they're coming. So he stopped with the knife. I don't know, something, hopefully, you know, the little amount of good consciousness
sobriety.
Yeah, that was left in him. Stopped with the knife, but still was raging on the door, trying to get in. So, like, I didn't live there. I worked very close to the police department. Like, it was literally, like, down the street, like, 20-second drive. Like, it was so close. So they got there in, like, a very, like, short amount of time. Like, they got there fairly quickly. And then this guy, like, they talked to him. he leaves, and then they come in and they're like, okay, and they talked for a while. They talked for like 10 minutes, and we did close down the restaurant at this point. And they, you know, the police are there. They have us unlock the door. They're like, okay, he's not going to bother you guys anymore. He's leaving. I'm like, okay. So I calmed down. I was crying so much during this. I really thought that something like, I really thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Like, it was scary. So, like, you know, around like 20 minutes pass, and then we get a call. So I pick up the phone and I'm like, hi, thank you for calling, you know, Round Table Pizza. Like, unfortunately, we are closed right now. Is there anything else I can help you with? Fuck you, you little bitch. It's the guy. It's the fucking guy calling me again, saying like, oh, you think like you're so smart calling the cops on me. And like, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, you're really calling me again? So I hung up, and my dramatic ass called the police again just to like let them know he's harassing me at this point. Mm-hmm. So I don't like know if they went to his house. They said they were gonna go, but they never called me like back, you know, again to say anything. And like, it was basically that. And the entire time I was freaking out, Marge was just making fun of me. Saying, like, this shit would happen to me at Popeyes all the time when I worked in, like, this, that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what's wrong with you? She was so weird, dude. I'm glad that I'm gone from that job, but I'm glad that, like, I don't have to talk to her. She's insane. Oh my god, she didn't have any teeth. None. She, if you have ever seen the movie The Princess and the Frog, she looks like the cricket guy. The guy with the light?
But he's so nice.
I know he's nice. They don't have the same personality, but they look the same. This woman, and I shouldn't even be, you know, talking about her appearances, but like, she made comments on mine. I don't give a fuck. I hate her. I don't hate her. I shouldn't say that. I don't like her. She's so weird, but she was very funny to like, she was entertaining. I will say that. She was a character.
When you weren't being threatened.
Yeah, when I wasn't being threatened, but it's basically that. Have I introduced? I still didn't introduce myself. My name is Poppy, by the way. I was so nervous at the beginning of this video, but I hope that was fine. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.